And also that night, I embraced grief as my teacher. I figured if this happened, there was a really good reason for it. And somehow in between in the shock, these some of these thoughts came in. And so I invited grief to be present with me as my teacher. And so I learned a lot um, from.
That's that's really a good point about lives can change in an instant, and that's where strong mindset work tendency can bridge things, and it can really be helpful in creating a new path. And like for me, on entrepreneurship, it took a good year at least for me to really grasp that I wasn't going back to work probably. And already, even by the time I left the rehab hospital, it wasn't. I did try some return to driving work with vocational rehab, and my skills were improving, but there's still a thing with my vision where I have convergence insufficiency, where my eyes and my brain don't communicate together the way they used to. So I have prisms in my glasses lenses, and still figured it was best that I not drive. And so I thought, well, I'm going to need to create my own thing. And well, there was still wasn't a whole lot available online that I could do even in 2017. So it wasn't until 2020 that everyone really went online. So I was still thinking, what else can I do? And I did start a disability benefits application in around 2018, and that just got approved after an appeal in 2019, and put the back pay for that towards functional neurology appointments. And so I was investing in my own recovery and well-being there. And it just seemed like, well, I didn't know who would hire me even for admin work online, and how suited was I to that kind of thing anymore. My last job, that was my first and only full-time job, also was doing data entry at a law firm, ironically, in the medical claims department. And though I did have good health insurance that paid a vast majority of my inpatient stay, thank heavens. And I was just looking for something I could do that would be fulfilling and also support me financially. And it's been an interesting journey there with coming up with the idea for my business that took a few years, and really putting the pieces together of what was missing in brain injury recovery, since it isn't so obvious like standard physical rehab.
Right.
And I was also looking into speaking and getting paid to do that, although a lot of the things online are, well, you see all the offers for speaker training and things, and that seems like a lot of financial investment to get any return whatsoever on that. So I was kind of bouncing around for a while and picked up the resources of Small Business Liaison of my local Chamber of Commerce, who helped me get my LLC started, and I got business bank accounts set up. And so I've been chipping away at it and gaining progress. And it was an igniting ideas business accelerator through Synergy's work that I found out about through the National Disability Institute that really got things going for me. And so I applied and I did that. And this last March, we had our pitch day where I gave a presentation. And for the whole thing, my business won a $500 grant that I put some of towards our marketing for YEA, and found out about that. And that just seemed like another missing piece that of, well, you don't hear too much about mindset from standard entrepreneur training programs, and even the basics things like Hello Alice, and they have things about how to start a business with like the financial side of things and SOPs and how to hire a team. And they don't cover much about the mindset or accountability, much less visualization and dreams and collaboration. And that's where YEA comes in.